Welcome back. So today we had a pretty darn good day with Bitcoin. We went up as high as $109,000 before settling back down a little bit. We are still at 107.3. Oops, let me show you guys the price there. So we're still looking pretty good, although we did lose some of the gains, and that's due to a couple reasons. Number one, the Middle East situation still not good. This is something I warned about in my Sunday walk video. We just don't know where things will escalate, right? We don't know how bad it's going to get. Supposedly, Trump, you know what? He's in the middle of it. He's leaving the G7 summit early because of the situation, right? So this is still escalating. Obviously, this doesn't seem like it's going to be done anytime soon. So this is one of the reasons why I think we came down. Also because I think the whales, they're doing their thing. Again, liquidating a lot of the longs. That's what they do now, right? Like they have become so good at it. So you could see the same thing I'm seeing right now. Like this morning, yes, we went up 109. We cleared out a lot of the shorts. Then we went down and cleared out a lot of the longs. So the market makers are really, really, really good at driving people out these days. Okay. So you got to be careful. But the good thing is, usually when there's a reset, we continue to move forward. And right now we're building upon the momentum from this weekend, holding above $107,000. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Right? And plus, here's a good news. There's a couple actually good things coming up. One is we do have an FOMC meeting coming up on Wednesday. So this war situation could actually help accelerate a Fed cut. Okay? Even though the percentages right now for a cut this month is near zero, but this could give hope for a cut, let's say next month, rather than September, right? So that could be something, I guess, positive out of this situation. Unfortunately, this negative situation in relation to Bitcoin and crypto and investments, this is the only thing that I can spin up that could be good, and we'll see, right? That's coming up Wednesday. But tomorrow, we do have the very big Genius Act Senate vote, okay? Approximately, I saw from Cointelegraph, it's going to be at 4:30 p.m., I'm assuming Eastern time. So that's right after closing bell. But a lot of people do expect that this Genius bill will pass. Okay. And then it moves to the House where it needs to get voted again. But it's moving along. It's definitely moving along. That's why a lot of DeFi projects, Uniswap, Hyperledger and others, Lido has been doing very well. Okay, stablecoin issuers also popping up left and right. So a lot of people think this is going to change a lot of things, change crypto going forward. Okay, and become a new form of money, basically. So many are still are using it right now, obviously for trading, for holding, but there are a lot of companies waiting for this legislation to pass so that they can fully embrace stablecoins. And by the way, Circle, their stock is skyrocketing because of it as well. You can't really profit holding USDC, but their stock has been very well. But who is trying to benefit from it? Well, I mean, obviously, you do have Circle, you have Tether, you have Ripple that's in the mix, but you also have JP Morgan. That's right, Jamie Dimon, one of the most negative people in the space in regards to his stance on crypto and Bitcoin. Still, these days he's kind of back trying to say, well, I just don't like Bitcoin. But I think blockchain and crypto has its uses. But before, years ago, he just said everything was bad. Ponzi scheme. But now he's changing his tune because he wants to take advantage of it. So JP Morgan patented something called JPMD, which a lot of people think could be a stablecoin because everyone's anticipating the Genius Bill Act to pass. So there are a lot of companies that are looking to take advantage. So that's coming up tomorrow, right? Not the whole thing, but if it passes Senate, huge step forward, and then we get a vote in the House, right? But yeah, that's coming up in an FOMC meeting coming on Wednesday. But as for Bitcoin, you guys know Bitcoin is strong. It's the big daddy. It continues to thrive. But here's the kicker. We're only at 3% adoption. If you look at all the other technologies that has come over the last 30 plus years, including the internet, and then of course social media, online banking even, we're in terms of the adoption curve, we're just at the beginning. Very little amount of people on the planet knows about Bitcoin, let alone hold some Bitcoin, right? But you don't want to be one of those people coming in when we're at 50% or 75% or 90% or even 25%, because Bitcoin will be a lot more expensive. And plus, just look at this, the exchange reserves continue to plummet, the lowest since going all the way back to 2016. Okay, so obviously this is good for those of us that have Bitcoin. This is bad for people that want to buy Bitcoin, because with the less supply, with more demand, you know what's going to happen, right? Price is going to go up. And if we're looking at how we are moving this cycle versus previous cycles, it's kind of mixed, right? We haven't seen that peak yet. We've been hovering this middle for quite some time. But just like, even in 2021, we kind of saw that, but we saw a lot more volatility before we hit that peak. Right now, we're looking very, very stable. We haven't hit that peak yet. That is still coming. We just have to wait. And also other macro factors at play. We know gold is already at all-time high. S&P 500, Bitcoin kind of stuck between, these levels. And we're waiting to break out. DXY is coming down. Bond market is still kind of shaky. This war thing has obviously people questioning the short-term outcome of investments like Bitcoin and stocks. But we know ultimately nothing's going to stop this train. Okay, we will continue forward. We just have to be patient. Just like always, nothing is better than Bitcoin. So right now, we're sitting pretty, and we're moving until tomorrow. Tomorrow, let's see what happens. This Genius Bill Act could be absolutely huge if it gets voted yes. And plus, we do have the FOMC meeting I mentioned to look forward to after that, right? So stay strong, my friends. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.